Well, welcome everybody. How is everybody tonight?
Great.
Hope you're great. Hope you're great. I want to welcome you to the Voices of Youth Theater Festival. This year at Power Stories, year 2020, is all about the voices of individuals. We did the Voices of Truth Festival in March, which was very successful. This is part of our Voices of Youth Festival. And then in October of this year, we're having our Voices of Women Festival. We figured that because our theater is closed and we have not been able to perform on stage, that we would give as many people as we could opportunities to use their voice, to allow us to produce their works. So many people have been on stage at Power Stories for like one night only. And then we provide a lot of promotions and do a lot of good things so that individual's name can get out there in the community. So we're happy that you're here tonight as part of the Voices of Truth Festival. I want to introduce you to two people that have been behind the scenes on everything. First of all, I'm Fran Powers. I'm the founder of Power Stories Theater, so I'm delighted that you're here. And you know, the board and the funders and the volunteers, we couldn't do this without you. So mega thank you. The two people I want to introduce you to are Sherry Whittington. Sherry is waving. Sherry's been behind the scenes working on a lot of things. Sherry is with Power Stories. And Deb Kelly. Deb Kelly has been with us for a long time working on this festival. So you know what I want to do is first I want Sherry to tell you about our opening. We had the opening of the festival at Power Stories, and it was the first time we had a live performance in the theater. I know a lot of you are not able to do that, but we were able to with one group on Thursday. So Sherry, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, I'd love to. It's so exciting to see all of the groups perform. It's great to see the enthusiasm and exuberance that you guys just naturally bring with you to be so happy on stage. And it was great to have people live again in our theater. We were lucky enough to have Christy Golian's play, The Schemer and the Alien. And it was already an award-winning script, but it was the first time she was able to see it brought to life on stage, and she directed it. And she had a really wonderful young cast, and they did an excellent job. And their excitement and that feeling that we all get when we're at theater was just so palpable and wonderful to experience again. And I'm so happy that I was able to be part of that.
Thanks, Sherry. I'm going to introduce you to Deb in just a minute, but I also want to let you know kind of the process tonight is after we have a performer sing, right now everybody is muted. You have the ability to unmute yourself at any time, but when the performers are performing, they will be the only ones unmuted. And then after the performance, I would love for all of you to unmute just for a moment so that we can all hear the applause and hear it rah, rah. And then I'm going to mute you all again for the next performer, okay? Deb, take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Deb Kelly, and we are so excited to bring you our Kid and Kid at Heart Talent Showcase as part of the Voices of Youth Theater Festival. We had such an amazing experience last year in 2020 with Shine Bright Talent Show, and we decided what could be more fun than bringing another live talent component to the Voices of Youth Theater Festival. So this is how Kid and Kid at Heart Talent Showcase came to be. And well, that's about that. And we're also so excited that because since this past Thursday, we have not only had live theater in Power Stories, but we had contestants from New York, from Oklahoma, and of course from Florida. And then our young lady who's actually a participant tonight from the Philippines. So this has been just an amazing international festival. So we are so excited to have you part of our Kid at Heart and Kid at Heart Talent Showcase tonight. So what I would like to do is introduce our youth MC. She is a spoken word artist and the winner of Power Stories Shine Bright Talent Competition. She's an aspiring pediatric oncologist who loves Jesus, family, friends, and expressing herself. Before she joins as an MC, she is actually our first spoken word artist performer. So please let us welcome Samantha to our virtual stage.
Yay.
Okay, I'm so nervous, but it's okay. This poem is kind of like a testimony to me. I just really felt it on my heart to share it. And I wrote the last line like 5 seconds ago. So, rejection defined me and acceptance I craved. Jesus gave that to me a long time ago. I have always been saved. Using unhealthy coping skills to try and get some peace, I watched as my mental and physical health quickly decreased. Now that my light at the end of the tunnel has finally arrived, I am ever so grateful that I survived. It takes both rain and sun for a flower to grow, and now a smile is something I feel that's not just for show. Jesus, turn on a light. I now surrender and let him fight my fight. Because God sees me as his prized possession, worldly things are no longer my obsession. When the Lord is the only thing I need, I finally have the freedom to succeed. God loves everyone, no terms applied. Jesus proved that on the cross when he died. Life on this earth will always be tough, but I can rest and know that Christ will always be enough. Thank you.
Yay! So we can unmute ourselves if you guys want to, so we can.
Wonderful.
That was beautiful.
Wonderful. Thank you, Samantha.
Great job, Samantha.
Okay, Miss Samantha, it's your show now.
Okay, so first up is singer, oh boy, I just practiced this, Zita Sambillo. Zita Sambillo, who is 10 years old and is a consistent academic awardee and a winner in the 2018 Song Festival in her school, a bronze medalist rising star category. Voice in the 2021 Canadian International Music Competition. She is also a gold medalist voice in the 2021 Quebec Music Online International Competition. She played the role of Snitch, the fox in The Seven Little Penguins in Repertory. Actively participated and played various roles as a workshopper at Atlanta's Theatrical Repertory, Trumpets Play Shop, and ABS-CBN Star Magic. She performed as Cinderella soloist for My Own Little Corner, lead singer, and as Little Girl in The Prince of Egypt for When You Believe, and part of the ensemble for One Day More and You Can't Stop Believing for her first international music performance in Lights, Stage Sing Cabaret under Broadway Everyday Star Theater. She recently participated in Eurovision's musical contest to representing Denmark under Best and Inspiration Theatre Co. UK. She will be part of Atlanta's Theatricals, the Big 1-0 online edition this July. Z is thrilled and grateful to be chosen as one of the playwrights of the Voices of Youth Theater Festival. She dreams big and loves to inspire people by sharing her talent for singing, dancing, performing, and the gift of sharing a story. Please enjoy her presentation recorded from her home in the Philippines.
Okay, guys, hold on just a second, and we are going to share the screen. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, awesome.
Only I can make my father understand. I just want to see a world with such wonderful things. What if we stop? Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's-its and what's-its along. One thing in my box, I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flip in your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling around down the, what's that word again? Street. A worthy walk, a worthy ride, a worthy stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend the day warm on the sand? Venture on land that they understand, that they don't reprimand their daughters. Like the women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. Ready to know what the people know. Ask her my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and what is it? What's the word? Burn. Where's in my shirt? What a dialogue, but no explorer, not sure of my life. Out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that
That was amazing.
Bravo! Bravo!
Great job.
Great job! Great job!
That was incredible.
Yes.
Oh, that was so wonderful! My goodness, such talent.
That was amazing. So our next act, that's going to be a tough one to follow. Singer Tyler Lindo Woods, who is 11, loves to sing, dance, and has sang in church choir and lead.
Samantha,
Welcome Tyler to this virtual stage. Oh, yes?
Samantha, he actually has not shown up. So our next performer would be Sonali and Jason.
Okay. You told me this earlier. Where did I write it down? Okay. So that is number 4. Where is that?
It should be right under Zeta.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sonali is a singer and actress that resides in Tampa, Florida. At the age of 16, she was accepted into LSA Repertory Theater Company, where she competed with original playwrights by Jas Warren. As she transitioned into college, Sonali studied theater directly under Dr. Sybil Johnson and portrayed roles such as Titania in A Midsummer Night's Dream and Ophelia and Anna of the Tropics. Other roles have included Ka in Jungle Book, a musical at Carolwood Players, and Amiga Greengoff in The Blood by Vivid Theater Productions Companies. Sonali has also performed in various Broadway reviews around Florida and at cabarets. Jason Inswar has collected the stage his second home, has called the stage his second home for 20 years, performing in all sorts of venues and variety shows. He also has had the privileges of bringing to life some of the most beloved characters of musical theater credits,
including Marius in Les Miserables, Baron van Gigern in Grand Hotel, Cinderella's Prince in Into the Woods, and Jekyll and Hyde in Jekyll and Hyde the Musical, to name a few. Let's welcome Sonali and Jason.
It's hard to believe that I couldn't see. You were always right beside me. Thought I was alone with no one to hold, but you were always right beside me. This feeling's like no other. I want you to know I've never had someone that knows me like you do, the way you do. I've never had someone as good for me as you. No one like you. So long before I finally found what I've been looking for. Ryan, why you always have to do those stupid jazz squares?
Too hard, I can dumb it down for you again, Sharpay.
So good to be seen, so good to be heard. Don't have to say a word. So long I was lost, so good to be found. I'm loving having you around. This feeling's like no other. I want you to know I've never had someone that knows me like you do, the way you do. I've never had someone as good for me as you, no one like you. So long before I finally found what I've been looking for. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, oh. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Oh, oh.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. You guys are so talented. Oh my goodness, such fun.
Thank you.
Did you guys have fun doing that?
Oh, so fun.
I love the choreography and everything. It was great.
Yes.
Adorable, adorable.
We love High School Musical.
In fact, fun
Good tell.
we were in school ourselves. We actually played those rules.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
cool, cool.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, Samantha said that her computer is acting up, so she asked if I could read the next one. All right, so storyteller Rowena D'Amico Scott is a singer, actress, and new writer. She has recently been inspired to combine her interest into an educational monologue. Rowena is known for her puns and for making others laugh. She dreams of inspiring others through stage works and finding freedom in expressing herself through the arts. Let's welcome Rowena to the stage.
Thank you. Hey. So when I was 11, my bio parents thought that I was tapping my fingers and jerking around my arm to spite them. No, really. I was already a menace, so why wouldn't I be constantly tapping my fingers on the table and flailing my right arm like I was warding off evil spirits to annoy them? They told me to stop numerous times, and each time I told them, I can't help it. They, of course, didn't believe me for a while. I mean, I lied a lot. I was at that age where I lied constantly, even though I wasn't very good at it. So naturally, I had to be lying about this. Months passed, and I started sniffing a lot as well. Sometimes I would sniff really hard, too. I finally started to see some belief and horror in my bio parents' eyes. Is there something wrong with her? Did we break her somehow? I was taken to All Children's Hospital and was finally diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome. I make involuntary noises and movements called tics because the neurons in my brain misfire when trying to send information. And of course, my first reaction to this news was pretty rational for an 11-year-old. I believed wholeheartedly that I was gonna die, that I was going to sniff so hard that my brain would explode from too much oxygen, or that I would tap my fingers on the table too many times and my parents would murder me in that instant. But I was assured that I would not die. Well, that's a relief. But what about school? I was already getting bullied, but I still had a few friends, so I would be okay, right? Oh no. The moment I showed my nose-scrunching face to the other kids, I was completely cast out, exiled. Who wants to be friends with someone who seemed like they needed to be exercised? That opened my eyes to how fake people can be. And I knew this was going to be a brutal year. I somehow survived it, even though my teacher also accused me of lying about having Tourette's. She said that I did just to get attention. Yes, I so desperately wanted the look of hatred and terror surrounding me constantly. It gave me such a rush. So yes, I miraculously survived that year, but then something weird happened. During that summer break, my tics changed, evolved, if you will. I was not expecting that to happen. I thought each person with Tourette's was assigned a few permanent tics by the universe. No. Once seasons change, a specific amount of time passes, or the Tourette's entities above make the decision, you get a new set of tics. And sometimes they add on to what you already have, and other times they leave and come back a few years later, or even months. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So at that specific time, I was no longer flailing my arm around or tapping. Oh no, even better. I was rolling my eyes into the back of my head like this, and I was barking like a dog. And not just any dog, it was like a chihuahua mixed with a child screaming. So you can imagine the horror on the teachers' and students' faces when they realized what they were about to deal with. I was back, and better than ever. I was told to shut up multiple times, mainly by the teachers, even though they knew of my condition. I was obviously laughed at and scorned by students who just wanted me to vanish. I felt completely alone. And unfortunately, in the middle of that year, I didn't want to be around anymore. I just wanted the pain from my tics and the people around me to stop. I begged my bio mom not to have me go back to that school, so she took me out and I started homeschooling at the start of 8th grade. And I felt I could finally be myself without judgment. So over the years and many tic changes later, I learned a lot about this disorder. I learned of the stigma that Tourette's equals cursing, even though it is actually pretty rare. And I tell people that I curse because I want to, not because I have to. I also learned that I love educating people about Tourette's through my own experiences. I learned how to laugh at myself and how to work through the pain and frustration. I learned that there's so much left for me to learn and understand, and Tourette's helped shape me into who I am today. It still hurts and agitates me when I tic sometimes, but it will probably be that way for the rest of my life. And finally, I realized I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who has experienced this pain and lack of control. I'm not alone in this feeling misunderstood. I know now that Tourette's syndrome to me is not an obstacle anymore. It is my teacher, my companion, and in a way, my superpower. Thank you.
Wow, you guys can unmute yourself if you want to for a minute.
Oh my God, that was
Great job, Ro.
Very inspiring.
Yes.
Good job.
Outstanding.
Thank you for
Great
sharing
job.
the story.
Great job. Thank you for sharing that.
And this was your first time performing?
Awesome job.
Oh, that is
Yes,
amazing.
excellent.
Thank you so much.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. It was just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Samantha, are you up again or no?
Can you hear me?
Sorta?
I don't know, because I don't want our Wi-Fi to give out in the middle of it. I can try.
Okay, the last one is Chicago Saddle Tramps.
Okay, and that was amazing, the person who just performed. Chicago Saddle Tramps, Jessica and Michael bring their down-home variety of music to street festivals, farmers markets, dry bars, and open mics all over Chicagoland. They love playing folk, country, rock, blues, and more. Now that they have a brand new baby, a home, they are busy performing lullabies, nursery rhymes, and classic kid songs for an audience of one. Welcome, Jessica and Michael.
Hi. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, while I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, you were beside me with all your love and your charm. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
But I'll always love you and make you happy if you would only do the same. But if you go, you love another, oh, my life will never be the same.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Oh dear, how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, don't you take my sunshine away.
Yeah, you didn't even try one.
The baby up to the camera.
You're so cute. Baby.
You're precious.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm sorry, I couldn't play the guitar and hold the baby at the same time.
That's okay. That's better than the guitar.
But he's enjoying the show very much.
Aww.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for
we
letting me
had.
play.
thank you.
Thank you so much. So we have some people that were unfortunately no shows. So this is something we hadn't planned on doing, but does anybody have a talent that they would like to share spontaneously? Do you want to sing? Do you want to tell a poem? Do you want to do something? If you can, put your reaction and put your hand up so we can know that you want to do this, and we'll be happy to give you the stage.
I think Cheryl Flowers wants to do a song. I just see Cheryl. She's, oh, no.
I don't sing, but I sure like to listen, okay?
There you go. There you go. Wait,
Anybody? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Deb.
I was just going to say, is anybody interested?
How about Jason and Snolly?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay, great. Yay.
Okay, I think we can have Jason can sing Phantom of the Opera for you.
Ooh.
Wow, that'd be great.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Which one? Music of the night?
Music of the night?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let me just find the instrumental and I'll go for it. So, all right, let me see.
And while he's getting ready, you guys, think about if there's a story or a song that you might want to do.
Z, do you want to do another song?
Okay.
You can go after Jason and Sonali.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll go.
Okay, great.
guess I'll stand up and I'll do everything. I don't really, I don't have my mask on, but that's okay. So, all right. Here we go. Nighttime sharpens, lightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfolds its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold unfilled night. Listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest fate. Purge all thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you will live as you never lived before. Soft, deaf, music shall surround you. Pulls you in around. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey, a strange world. Leave on parts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you belong to be. Only then can you belong to me. Let the dream begin, let your darker side begin to the power of the music that I heard. The power of the music of the night. Make my song alive and make the music of the
Wow!
Bravo! Bravo!
Unmute yourself for a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Outstanding.
Jason, that was wonderful. So you played that part before?
Yeah. I dream to hit the. That's my dream role of all time is to play it at the Majestic, or if God willing, go across the sea in Her Majesty's Theater, or even tour with it. So that's my dream role. So I sing that probably almost every day. So I'm really happy that she's not tired of it.
No, we're able to sing it too in some Broadway reviews. We do. I'm able to play Christine and Fanta. It's a dream for us. It's fun.
It's a dream.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're
We're
welcome.
always improvising here in theater, and since we had a couple no-shows, we thought let's throw it out to the group. So thank you so much. Absolutely.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay, Z, do you have something you want to perform for us?
Yeah.
With the spotlight. Okay.
I'm going to sing Quiet by Matilda the Musical.
Wonderful.
Have you ever wondered what I have about how when I see red? For example, there's no way of knowing if red means anything in your head. As red means in my head when someone says red. And if we are traveling at almost the speed of light and we're holding a light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right in a way. When I'm trying to see, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written, and then everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting. The noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I wish they'd stop. My dad and my mom and the teddy and the stories would stop for just once. I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right, but this noise becomes anger, and the anger is light, and this burning inside me would usually fade, but it isn't today. And even the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or pause in a walk in the woods. Quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet. Like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed Thank you.
Yay!
Yay!
So beautiful.
Beautiful job.
Beautiful.
Great job.
So Alicia is going to read us a poem.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm Rowena's mother, and after I go, I think Rowena and her other mother are going to sing a duet together. So,
fabulous.
Yeah, I'm going to do a poem. This poem is a love poem. I think it is child appropriate, so here we go. January 28th. 2006. I drove 163 miles with a bleeding thumb because I could no longer wait to see her smile in person. We were going from my space to her place, and my foot held down the gas pedal like I was trying to win a race. From Tennessee to North Carolina, I held the sound of her voice in every single beat of my heart. I laughed at myself because I was nervous, and I didn't even know how to be nervous with girls, but the anticipation that I had for meeting her transcended everything I had ever felt in this whole entire world. With every single mile that passed, my confidence blew away in the wind, and my legs began trembling, and my patience grew thin. I wondered, had I suffered too much blood loss, and would I ever feel normal again? I had never breathed her in, seen her laugh, or felt her touch, but perfectly designed for me, I was certain she was. She emerged from her adorable little house and ran towards my car. Extending her arm, she embraced me beneath the night stars. I wore a baby blue shirt with pebbles from the Flintstones, holding a little baby bottle. On the front, it said, "Spin the bottle." On the back, it said, "Wanna play?" Now, coincidentally, I had no idea that this would be the day that she would lean in to kiss me, or that I would tell her no. I know. You must be wondering why I would deny this beautiful being the taste of my lips when I was bananas for her and thirsted for her kiss. But something told me delayed gratification would keep her on her toes so that she could never forget me. That the other girls she dated would pale in comparison to the layers and depths of me. And so I made her wait. And as we shared stories, laughter, and her delicious oven-baked French fries, I caught her eyes glancing at me as she giggled. I was a teenager, hungry and eager for her touch, but I had never felt so at ease or cared so much about what one other human being thought of me. I had built walls to protect me, but they were crumbling down at warp speed, and I was no longer bleeding. Instead, I was conceding to my heart, which was taking me straight to her. January 29th, 2006. The water isn't working in her house, and I'm kind of freaking out because I need a shower stat in order for this plan of her falling in love with me to work. You see, at this point in time, I haven't even admitted to myself that I'm falling for her, or that somehow I gave her enough of my feelings for true love to occur. We head to a nearby bed and breakfast where I finally get to shower and then fail miserably at resisting the temptation of her. The world melts away as our lips touch for the first time. It's too late now. I just need her to be mine. January 31st, 2006. Yesterday was the second anniversary of my mother's death. I gasp for air, feeling immediate guilt for forgetting that that was the day my own mother drew her final breath. I roll over and see this beautiful one laying beside of me, and immediately I know she is the cause for all of my forgetfulness. You see, I was so lost in happiness for these previous 3 days that I somehow skipped the phase where I become a blubbering, sad mess, and she is responsible for this. This, the state of euphoria that I never believed could exist. This, the calmness that is not met with nor followed by a storm. This, the feeling of deserving true happiness for the first time in my life. This, mornings filled with hope instead of dread. This, a million reasons to want to get up out of bed. And then it occurred to me, if we could stand the tests of time, if I could truly make her mine, that January 30th, the day my mother died, would always fall in the same week as the woman that I fell in love with, who I could see becoming my bride. February 9th, 2006. We have officially become a stereotype as I pull into her driveway, car loaded to the max with my belongings, knowing in my heart that she is my final destination as long as she never chooses to let me go. You see, as certain as I am that she was perfectly designed for me, I am equally certain I will somehow mess this up, because failure has always ran in my DNA and my family curse has not missed a single person yet. So I keep all of my boxes packed, because I'm sure she will leave me filled with regret. October 2007, she kneeled down before me on a wobbly Ferris wheel, even though she is terrified of heights. And she asked me would I continue to make everything fine as she opened this little box that contained a circle of eternity. And now at the time, those words seemed funny because they weren't the traditional words that I had always dreamed of hearing. But I learned that they were better because my worst fear was that I could never make her happy, that she would be my everything, that I would just be living on borrowed time. I didn't know that the peace she felt with me made her feel fine for the first time in a long time, that loving me back was actually easy to do, that she saw her forever with me right next to her, and that all of her dreams were filled with me too. September 6, 2013, 2:30 p.m. I am about to say I do, but what I cannot believe is that she is about to say it too, her eyes piercing into mine as she speaks her vows, and for the first time in my life, I trust that I will not be thrown away, that everything can truly be okay. Before me, she stands, gripping my hands, butterflies swarming my whole entire heart like quicksand, and I am just lost in the beauty of her face. She possesses the key to my heart. She could never be replaced. Our love story has been well paced, and together we have faced turbulent times, figured out how to cross the most delicate of landlines that sometimes divide even the strongest couples, triggering landmines. Present day. Trusting her with my heart, best choice I ever made. Every single day with her, I grow less and less afraid. She is the beginning, the middle, and the ending to every single story that even matters. Every expectation I had for what a good human being could be, she alone has shattered. She is the only proof that I ever needed to know that true love exists. I actually find peace and stability in her goodbye kiss. Thank you.
Way to go on an impromptu.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh,
Absolutely,
beautiful.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Your voice is so rich and crisp and expressive.
Thank you.
Very,
It
very
is.
much so. Very
Yes.
much so.
Thank you very much.
Before we go to our next performer, I want to let everybody know, if you don't know about open mic, we have open mic at Power Stories on the second Thursday of the month, and powerful stuff like this would be amazing on our stage. So if you've got a original song, original poem, you can talk to Cheryl, talk to Fran, and come in and show off your talent.
Yes.
Okay, so
we have one final performance.
Did
you say, Deb?
We have Latanya and Rowena are going to duet.
Okay.
I'm going to read a poem.
We're going to remove the background real quick to see if we can get them both to show up. Give us just a minute.
Okay. It's like you're a ghost.
Yeah. Well, sorry. We'll put background on none. There we go. Okay, cool. You want to hold it? Sure. I think it's all the way. So we're gonna do For Good from Wicked. Unlimited. Just look at me. Unlimited. You and I. So now it's up to you for both of us. Now it's up to you. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its as it passes by a wind off the sea, like a stream that meets like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better, because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for
You had us singing along. Thanks.
I know. Have you guys practiced that a lot? You guys sing that a lot together?
For karaoke, yeah.
It's great. That was wonderful. That's if anybody has any comments for the performers, we're going to wrap it up. But unmute, and if you have a comment for any of the performers, just let us know, and we'll get you to speak out. Anybody? Oh, anybody? Well, just like the lines in the last song about change, you guys have all changed us for the good. Watching you perform, I think it's really wonderful seeing people use their talents to help others. Cheryl, did you have something you wanted to say?
I thought Deb was
okay.
going to do a poem.
Pardon me?
Deb is going to do a poem.
Who is?
Oh, that's okay.
No, Deb texted me and said she was not going to do a poem.
Oh, you're not? Okay, then I'll see you at open mic doing it then.
There you go. There you go. So thank you guys all for coming. Your performing has changed all of us. Anytime I hear somebody sing and I get the chills, I mean, that's just perfection. So I so appreciate it. Deb, do you have some comments? And Sherry, do you have some comments that you'd like to share?
I just thought this was fantastic. I'm kind of glad that we had some no-shows because we wouldn't have known that this talent existed.
Me too. So many extra treats. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for your talent, and thank you guys for coming. We are going to, Deb and Sherry and I are going to stay on afterwards. We are going to talk about one person that we can present as the winner of the talent show. And tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we are going to be celebrating all of our performers, all of our playwrights. We have a couple of playwrights from New York that are joining us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to talk to the youth. So please jump on the same Zoom link and let us just congratulate all the performers. We have certificates to present. And boy, was this fun having a festival of youth. So if there's no other contest, no other comments. Night, night. See you all tomorrow, hopefully.